First thing, if you want to get your friend into gacha, first thing I want to say is first off, you're evil. And you know exactly why I'm saying that. But besides all jokes though, I feel like Wuthering Waves is the best introduction to gacha games in my personal opinion. I feel like it's easy to pick up, enjoyable gameplay, story's getting better, not the best, not the worst. And if you don't want to play through the story, you can skip it because they actually added a skip button. There's amazing character designs and there's more things. Obviously there's going to be like bugs and stuff like that, could be annoying, but this game is still fairly new, so I'm just going to give it that. Besides, you can't play with your friends until you're level 22. Do I see them changing it? Maybe, but do I really see it changing? No, not really. That's the one thing I feel like what Genshin has the edge on it, plus some other things as well. I'll say that for another type of video though. But there's a lot of stuff you can do on here compared to like other gacha though. And yeah, there's this thing called endgame. Yeah, you're going to go run into that eventually. But at least for endgame, it's still more interactive than it is like, oh, let me just get on here, let me do my dailies, then get off. For Wuthering Waves, you farm echoes, you go explore around, and while you do that, you can just do other things as well. That's basically what the endgame is for Wuthering Waves. But at least like, yeah, for like echo farming, that doesn't really require resin to order to go and echo farm really. Unlike for Genshin, you have to have resin in order to go and like do other things you want to do. And they said they're going to add more stuff and work on the echo situation as well, so I genuinely can't wait for that situation to happen if I'm being honest. But besides all the point, gives you a reason to do stuff at endgame. Instead, I feel like there's nothing to do once you run out of resources, which I feel like they did a good job of doing that honestly. And honestly, there's events you can do as well once they're out or whatever may be the case. Then you're back to echo farming and exploring. But that's how gacha is though. And you might think like, oh, Genshin does the same thing. Well, technically, yeah, it does, but in a different way, though. And the reason why I'm saying this is because Wuthering Waves is more interactive. And I feel like for Genshin, I genuinely feel like I have to be in a mood to explore, unlike for Wuthering Waves. Which I do explore in there frequently, but not as much as Wuthering Waves, though. And you get rewarded for exploring for a good amount, so there's that as well. Which I'll bring up that will help new players try and get into gacha games. This is like the one perfect thing about it. Because who doesn't love getting rewarded for doing something you wanted to do? Plus, you can give yourself challenges as well on top of that. And if you like you want to relax by playing this, you can. And to me, I see it as a win for all type of players. And best part about everything, Kuro games listen to the players. And we can get rewarded by them. I know I said this from the last video, but hey, I gotta say it again. I love you, Kuro games. Like, you deserve a kiss, I promise. Anyways, but once it releases on console, hopefully most of it, if not all of the stuff, the bugs, all that jazz that needs to be fixed will be fixed. And I know that's the majority of people was waiting for it unless they want to play on mobile. Most people said they would rather wait instead of playing on mobile, which I can't blame y'all for, honestly. Y'all would have to deal with a lot of issues. But shout out to mobile players though, especially the ones who are good at the game for mobile, which is really impressive in my personal opinion. And I'm talking about you're able to tell this to your future kids as well. And if they don't believe you, then you just toss your phone at them and say, pick it up. Pick it up. You know that one scene I'm talking about? But I believe this game will be really good for all types of players, especially newer ones. And I believe there's a huge possibility they can come on Switch as well, since you're able to switch your FPS to 30 frames per second. And that's what Switch usually runs at, so there's that. So hopefully Switch players won't feel left out about something like this. I mean, unless you want to go switch your mobile, then be my guest. But when will they release on console? We don't know yet, and I'll let y'all know when it will come out as soon as we get information about it. It could be today, it could be tomorrow, it could be the next day, we don't know when. Like I said, hopefully it'll be like early summertime, but if it's not, then it's just not, honestly. Like, if they just taking their time to polish the game for console, then be my guest. Take your time with it. We already seen how games is when they try to rush it, and it always does not end well at all. But hey, how do you feel about this? You should let me know. Don't let my opinion go sway off of you, but if it does, then it does, I guess. I don't know. But hopefully I brought some good points off. And if you disagree with me with certain things, then let me know. I'll be all ears. And my bad for the gameplay here in the background, but hopefully my reactions can make it up for it though. And hopefully it made you laugh while watching this as well. But if you do want to see more of me, I do stream on Twitch and on TikTok as well. If you want to stop on by, then go ahead. I play Wuthering Waves and other games as well. And you should try catch me when I'm playing a horror game as well. Oh my gosh. But anyways, everything's gonna be linked in bio, so there's that. Well, that's besides anything else. I'll let the gameplay rock for the rest of everything else, but I really do hope that y'all enjoyed. If y'all did enjoy it, like, appreciate it, should be nice. Make sure you go subscribe, all that, and I'll see y'all next time in a different video. I love y'all. Get that. Oh. No!